The Koch Theater project is an installation that we did with Diller Scofidio Renfro for a new ticket booth that was installed at Lincoln Center in the Koch Theater, which is both a ballet theater and an opera theater in the Upper West Side of New York. The project was to create a backlit screen that would divide the people that are buying tickets from the people who are selling tickets, and within this screen there were pocketed 5 different ticket booths where you could purchase your tickets. They came to the Corian Design Studio here because they had met with a representative from DuPont who had shown them some ideas for producing imagery in Corian.
Typically, the Corian Design Studio is geared towards the architectural and design community. We do have other users such as healthcare and other walk-ins that come through, but ultimately we are here to educate the architect and design community. So we have different vignettes set up throughout the studio that are kind of targeted towards different user groups. Hospitality or residential, which is basically where the bed and the closet area is. We have a conference room that has an illumination series wall that has a backlit routed out pattern. Because we do healthcare, there's also an OR room and a Herman Miller nurses station featuring inlaying the Corian and the use of mixing different colors.
We met with the team from Diller Scofidio Renfro very early in the process when they were just conceptualizing their ideas. Instead of doing something with changing video, they were trying to do something that was more architectural, so that we embedded the idea of changing imagery within the way that we built the wall. We showed them a couple of different techniques to do that, including printing and carving and forming. And out of those, they chose to move forward with carving the images into the Corian. And we used a chevron technique where every 4 inches we fold the wall 90 degrees. And so that when you stand back from it from one side, what you're seeing is imagery that aligns and looks like opera. And when you stand back from the other side, you're seeing imagery that looks like ballet. So as you enter the theater, you see that it has this dichotomy between these two arts as you're walking up to purchase your tickets.
I think the reason why they chose Corian for this project was for the translucency. You were able to carve into it and it gives you your highlights, and then where you leave it, the full depth gives you your shadow lines.
Once we backlight that material, the thinner areas then become brighter, the thicker areas are darker, and we're able to create real black and white photographic quality imagery within the material itself.
As far as the complexity goes, the entire image is made up of 6 different areas or 6 different segments. We created a very large sheet that we then cut down into multiple panels.
This whole installation is only 8 inches deep. And within that 8 inches, we can create the lighting, the space that we need behind the Corian, which is not very much, and the Corian skin itself, and create a very large, very thin, evenly backlit installation.
I think one of the biggest reasons why I enjoy working with Corian is because if you make a mistake, you can always fix it. We can go through and seam and thermoform something, and you're not going to see discolorations, you're not going to see the issues in the seams. Everything about Corian really made this wall what it is.
So this project is a great example of why we built this studio. We built this studio so that we could bring together our material suppliers, which is DuPont and our local distributor, Dolan & Trainer, and Evans & Paul, our company, and we're the engineers and the manufacturers of these finished goods, with architects.
We can have the architects come here, they can see the opportunities, and we can discuss with them their projects.
So we want the DuPont Corian Design Studio to be a place where architects and designers can touch and feel and see the material and kind of get ideas of what they can do with the material in their projects.